What is good, YouTube? LukeGabriel here, aka EnergyBrickz. This is probably one of the most requested videos on my channel, and so yeah, I'll begin. If people come. But this is basically an advanced handling tutorial, and while I may not be the best at just working around with people and crossing, because I'm mostly a shooter, as you guys can know that. Ooh, gotta warm up with my shots first, even though this is not a what's it called, shooting. Come on, give it to me. There we go. Alright. Just get my 90s in real quick. If I can get them ahead. You guys might as well just skip this part, because I'm just having to find my shot real quick. Alright. So, since I don't have anybody, I'm just gonna name me defender. Clone. Movie. Alright. So, the defender, as you can see. Look at that nice jersey though. Anyways. Alright. Oh. He actually turns on when I press G, that's so cool. Anyways. In terms of just alright. Let me restart. What is good, YouTube? LukeGabriel here, aka EnergyBrickz. You already know who I am. Anyways, what this video is about is just the advanced handling tutorial. And I'm not even just gonna, I don't even want to edit right now. I don't even have I have to make a new intro and outro and stuff, so you guys enjoy this raw footage right here. Anyways, so what most people are doing on Roblox, on basketball, is that as a defender moves, they're gonna wait until the last minute to actually change the directions. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Oh no, he took my ball. Makes sense? So what happens is they get caught up in on their screen, and what that does is it creates what is so-called a mile, because people think that when they do a certain move, they pass their defender, but at the very last second, they don't catch him off, if that makes sense. Like they what's it called? They steal the ball quicker than what they think. That makes a lot more sense. So let's say I go to let's say I go to the right. Say I go to the right, and at the very last second, when I'm really close to the defender, I'm gonna hit the move, and what that does is, on their screen, what they're seeing is that they aren't what's it called? They just aren't. You haven't moved, because there's like a split second in which people think on their screen you moved a little later than usual, and on your screen you're moving a little earlier than usual, because on your screen, okay? Let's look at your screen. On your screen, you see your defender, because I've actually noticed this when I'm playing with other people, because I remember playing with my cousin. Shout out to AgentMan37. I was watching him, and as we were playing defense, I could see on his screen I was a lot farther away, and on my screen I saw that I was a lot closer to him. while he was handling the ball. And what this does is that it creates a mile because you aren't getting the ball to where you want to quick enough. So if you want the ball on your right side, you've got to do it before your defender. You kind of have to beat your defender earlier than what you think. So let's say a defender comes up right here, right? Let's say a defender comes up right here, right? No, I'm recording, right? Okay, good. Let's say a defender comes up right here, right? What you want to be thinking is, as he moves, you wanna hit the move a second earlier. So instead of waiting until right here, you want to hit the move a second earlier, so that once you hit the move, you won't get mild. I've actually done that so many times where if I do the move a second earlier, I do not get mild. And this is basically the whole point of the video, is that when you're doing all your moves and stuff, you want to make sure that, oh my gosh, you want to make sure that you aren't, you want to make sure that you understand what internet is and what Wi-Fi is, and just how many people have different bands of Wi-Fi, in the sense where, like, I have 40 megabytes, and some people might even have like 60, or some people might even have, like, let's say, you might even have like only 12 megabytes, and so people have different types of ping, which is also another thing where on their screen they might not be lagging, but on your screen they could be lagging. So like, I remember like when I didn't have like this new USB thing for my computer, I noticed that I would lag on people's screens, and that my live streams would be very, very so-called slow, or just lag a lot. So main point of this video, I'm gonna be talking about more, and just a lot of more combo moves right now. But the main purpose of this video is to tell you guys that handling requires a lot of patience, and it requires a lot of second guessing, if that makes any sense, or just thinking ahead. That's what I like to think about handling, is you think ahead of your defender. Alright? Alright. Now, some moves. I'm actually going to show you my 3 signature moves, and they're actually my favorite, so bear with me. I can clear them off though. Alright. So, first move is you already know. What you already know is kind of the I call it the switcheroo, to be honest, because I'm switching. It's like a fake switcheroo. But what you want to do, because I remember getting this copyrighted, and I don't have any music right now, so you guys can hear me perfectly clear. Anyways, what you want to do is make sure. Okay, let's say we're going on we're gonna take the right side. We're gonna completely go to the right. What you want to do is you wanna cut back. You wanna cut back to the left, and from here, what you want to do is you want to reset your position. In order to reset your position, okay, so your regular position is always looking straight at the basket. That'll always be your regular position. Because people may think that you're actually gonna shoot the ball, which is okay. But in a sense, we're gonna be resetting our position. So from here, what you want to do is you want to hit, you want to go back, you want to cut back, and from here reset position. So in order to reset your position, you're going to press shift or mouse shift. What is it called? Shift lock switch. There you go, shift lock switch. And from here, what you want to be doing, it's a very quick and simple. A very quick and simple reset. So you look enough to. Hold up, let me get on my right hand again. I should probably do that more often too, to be honest. But yeah, this is basically the move. So you know how a lot of people like to use their body in order to do this, which is okay. So if you were going to fake them, you do this move, which I really love. Oh my gosh. Alright, so very slowly again. So you want to press WDSA. That's basically it. This is your movement right here, WDSA. It'll be the same thing for WASD, but for in this sense, we're going to be talking about the right. So WDSA. From there, you're going to switch the ball. You're going to switch the ball to your left hand. So you're thinking that everyone's going to be. So people are going to think you're going to go this way. And at the very last second, you want to reset, and at the same time, you want to hit F. And from there, you're gonna get out of shift lock switch, and drive to the right. So watch. I'll show you guys again. You guys see that? So I know I forgot about it, and so I'm very sorry. I just remember. Uploading the video, but I forgot to. Well, I mean, it got copyrighted. So, all right, next video, or not next video. What am I talking about? Same position. Let's go on this side now. So let's say, oh, it's the same thing. Okay, let's come over here. Yeah, right here. So let's say, basically what we're gonna be thinking about is we're gonna be going to the middle always. In this sense, you can always use this move when you're going to the corner. Basically, what this move is, it's gonna help you go to where you exactly want to go. So in this case, I'm gonna be going to the middle. All right. So same thing, but you're gonna do WASD this time. So you're gonna start the ball with your left hand. You're gonna be thinking that you're gonna be going to the corner, but instead you're gonna reset and then press G. And then as you're pressing G, you want to get out. So when it does this like animation right here, you're gonna get out. So like that. Or if you want, you can do that. So you can use your whole body if you want until the ball actually reaches to your left hand. If that makes any sense. So watch. So I'm cutting back, and then I'm waiting for the ball to actually get to the left side. To the left side of my body. Alright? So a little recap. WDSA to do to the right, WDSA, and all of it is using all the moves that it's just using is H or L and F. On the other side, it's using H and L and G. So depends on where you want to go. Always depends on where. Oh, that's off. Depends on where you want to go. All right. Oh my gosh. All right. My next move. Yeah, this is one of my favorite moves. All right. So, what you want to do? Dang it. What you want to do is, let's say it only works on the right side. Just to let you guys know that. But anyways, so let's say you hit your man with the behind the back to the left. Like this, and they're just like, ugh, I just wanna read him, you know. Your defender's like, I just wanna read him. I know he's gonna go left this time, or I know he's gonna go right. You know. So in this case, I'm gonna be using B. This B move right here, which is a fake behind the back. And what you wanna do is, as you do this move, you're gonna hit it, and you're gonna be spitting at the same time. So it's one, and then. It's really complicated here. Let me break it down for you. So what you're going to be thinking about is you're going to be using your body a lot. You're going to be using your body a lot. And so what you want to do, you want to hit the move, right? You want to hit the move. And as you want to get out of what's it called? You want to get out of shift lock switch. So you want to hit the move. So as you're doing the move, you're going to be centered to the basket. And then as you do that, you're going to be moving your camera in order to look back at your defender. So it's going to look like this. So if I show you, let's say I hit the move right here. I hit the move right here. And then I hit the move right here. It's basically two moves. Alright, so I hit the move right here, right? I hit the move right here. And as I'm doing that, or as I do that, I'm gonna be moving my camera in order to move my camera, I'm gonna be holding right click. And as I do that, I'm gonna be facing the back. And then, alright, so first things first, B, and then you drive to the right. And as you're driving to the right, you're gonna be facing the back. And as you're facing to the back, you wanna reset. But in this case, you wanna be looking at the back of your defender. And as you do that, you're going to hit this move. And what you're gonna do is you're going to press H or L, depending on whatever you feel like hitting. I gotta make these defenders a little closer, so it makes sense. Let me clear it first. So clone, and then clone. Alright, perfect. So you hit him with the move. And as you do that, there you go. I got it perfectly. Alright, so you hit the move. As you hit the move, you're gonna be holding right click, and then you reset. You reset your position, but in this case, I'm gonna be looking straight at the wall or whatever you're looking at right now. You reset your position in order to face your defender, like this. So you're parallel with the defender, and as you do that, you're gonna be hitting them with an L or with a. You're gonna switch your hands real quick. So. And I'll show you guys. There you go. Let me hit the shot for me. Bang. Yes, okay. So a very quick, simple move that I like to use. Is that in? Oh, okay. But if that makes sense to you guys, or just even rewind, just look at this move. So right as you hit the B, right as you hit the B, you wanna go right into the body aim right here. Boy. There we go. Alright, last move, and probably other more moves that I'm going to be covering right now. My second favorite move is this step back. It's so deadly. Well, it's in this case it's a pullback. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're going to a specific place. Doesn't even matter where you're going, but it's just a little. These step backs could just help you like get out, just reset and just do what you need to do. If that makes any sense. But it actually helps. As long as you protect the ball, you kind of. It's kind of like what I taught at the very beginning of my tutorials, is that when you hit the behind the back, you want to push back and then go, which actually helps a lot. So. Alright, so in order to do this move, it's a very simple move. If you guys haven't even known about it, I mean, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is you're going to one spot, you reset, and then you hit back, and then you hit your move. Or you just shoot it. Or depending on what you want to do. Step backs can be used in very different situations. Like, I could step back and actually do like 2 of my moves. So I could step back, and then I could like hit that, which is actually crazy. Alright, so you drive, you reset, and then you hit the behind the back. And to be honest, you don't even have to hit the behind the back, because if you want to protect the ball, I suggest just pulling back just like that. So how to pull back? Oh my gosh. So oh my gosh. In order to pull back, oh my gosh. So in order to pull back, what you want to do is you want to hold A and S at the same time, so it's going to look like this. And as you're doing that, you have to hold not to hold, but you have to be in mouse lock. So out of mouse lock and then in mouse lock. In order to step back, you gotta be in mouse lock. Alright. What else is there to talk to you guys about? I mean, those are my main signature, 3 signature moves that I like to use. I might add some shooting, if I can. I don't know what to talk about while I'm shooting, but just, consistency does not... It's all about just knowing how to... It's just knowing when to... Oh my gosh. Knowing when to, Bro, let me just get a ball, please. It's just knowing when... It's just... Okay, so let's say you're a master at your own shot. For so-called. If that makes any sense. Even though you might not be like the best. Let me go on this side real quick. So in this case, like... 80 has been like kind of my thing for a while. And sometimes like when I'm feeling it, I kind of like to fade back too. Which actually helps a lot. But how do I explain this? In order to become a better shooter, all you have to do is just keep shooting and figuring out your mistakes. Like if you... Alright, so there are many mistakes here. I'll tell you guys like the most 3 simple mistakes about shooting. One is you're clicking, or is you're aiming first and then you're kind of jumping. So what that does is it does that, and you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you kind of have it under the net. And as you're doing that, you want to jump. You want to jump until the ball reaches the top of the rim. Does that, you see that? How the this reaches the top of the rim? That's how you want to be shooting. So I always like to think about always keep it under the net, and when you're ready to shoot, bring it up. This is like the best way to shoot 75. Is you keep it under the net. That's all I gotta say. In most cases, if you're pretty close, or if you want a little more arc, it's a lot more complicated, because you have to make sure that you're already aiming a little earlier, and that you have a little more hang time. So basically, what hang time is that you don't release it right when you jump. It's more like a little jump and then release. So it takes a lot longer for the ball to It's just a slower release, which I'm okay with. But I just like 75 a lot more. Or I just like it when it's down on the bottom of the net, so that when you come up to shoot, it's easier. With 80, it's a lot more different, because in this case, you have to aim a lot higher. And you have to make sure where your feet is, because usually when I'm a little closer to the line, I have to aim a lot higher. And the thing about 80, it's my favorite because I was playing one-on-one with one of like the best players. Shout out to Wolf. I was playing with him one day, and I was just like, you know what? Let's try it out. And so I won all 3 games, man. And one of that reason is because after he told me like, why couldn't I block your shot? I mean, it was so like I touched the ball, even like I couldn't block your shots even though I touched the ball, because on his screen, like on 80, it's so nice because you can have like almost little space for the defender to block the ball, but if you have it on 75, it's the arc is so low that like the shot just it's blockable. And so with 80, it's a little harder to block because there's a lot of room for the ball to hit the net. There's also just a lot of oh my gosh, it's just a lot easier. Oh my goodness, it's just a lot easier for the ball to go through the net, if that makes any sense. I'm aiming a little too quickly though. Come on, work with me right now. So. It's just always, when you're shooting with higher powers, it's always good to aim a little higher than usual. So here, let me go to the, go ahead and go to the shooting practice and show you guys what I'm talking about. So in here, we have 75, 80, 85, 90, and 95, and 100. So in this case, let's say I'm shooting with 90, which is right here, which is like my favorite power to use, is that you want to make sure you aim a little higher sometimes, or you just want to make sure that if you're gonna release a little later, that you aim a little higher. If that makes any more sense. That makes a lot more sense. The more time you wait to shoot the ball, the higher it's gonna have to go. And the quicker you release, the lower you have to aim it. That's actually gonna help a lot of people, because when you think about it, all you have to do is aim low. And what happens is that it's just a better way to think about it, because when you're jumping, there are certain times where you get a lot of lift, and there are certain times where you just don't get lift at all. And in this case, when you think about it, like let's say a regular 80 shot from right here, you aim low, right? Same with 75, is that you aim low the faster you aim. And so that's all I gotta say. I mean, there's not really else to talk about. But that's how you shoot in some cases. I'll go back to the gym and just see what else I can talk about when I can think about. Like let's look at his shot. So you can see that. Yeah, let's just watch him for a little bit. Yeah, I don't want to make sure he's not looking at me. Watch IX. So you can see that when he shoots, just think about the release timing. Just look at it. You can see that he aims a little quicker than usual. That's because he's third person. So, I mean, third person's a whole different story to talk about. In terms of first person, it's just knowing when to. Okay, 3 keys, 3 tips in order to know how to be a better shooter. 1, look at your feet. Always look at your feet, because the farther you are, the kind of lower you have to aim, and depending on your power too. But corners are usually higher. Corners are usually higher because it's just a little closer to the rim than like regular wing shots. If that makes any sense. And in the next tip is release point. So basically where you want to aim. In this case, I always try to aim between this black right here. I'm about to fly to it right here. Let's fly. It's usually between. So look at my head. It's usually between right here, between my head right here, and between this right up here a little bit. I can get a little higher, right here, above my head, around that area. So there's gonna be a shot clock there, if that makes any sense. And the last thing is your jump. So your jump always makes a lot of it just helps you a lot, because you you need to jump when you're shooting. It's like in real life too. Like if you want to if you want to get the ball to where you want to go, you kind of want to jump to it, right? So key 1, feet. Key 2, aim. Key 3, oh my gosh. Key 3, release and jump. And I mean, how long has this video been going now? It's been going for 30 minutes, yo. So this is gonna be a good video. Good video with a lot of info. But here, I'm gonna go for another 5 minutes and see where I can go with this. So in range, oh my gosh, people always ask me how do you range? I'm telling you, just I don't master my powers. Like I make sure that I just know that the ball will go in the hoop with enough power that I have. If that makes any sense. Like here, let's go back to the place again. Right over here at the game, or at this other part right here, is that these things are just, oh my gosh, these are just here to help you. They're not really here to assist you in some shape or form, but they're just here to help you. Like these aren't always 80, and like these aren't always 85. Like you could shoot 80 here, and you can shoot 90 over here. Not even if, like, even depending on where you're shooting. If that makes any sense. And to be honest, if you come here, and you just work on each arc, you'll get better. I promise you that. You just go through each arc. And this is usually not a. This is actually a 95, to be honest. But where is it? Or is it a 95? It's a low 95. There you go. Because usually 100's right here. Oh my gosh. So in this case, just think about just this area right here, because this is usually 100 in here. In my case, yeah. So each power, each arc represents a different power, and so I'm telling you guys, if you come here, you just practice your shot. You practice as long as you master, like, let's say if you really want to help your shot, you go to the corner always. If you want to fix your shot, you go to the corner always. I promise you that. And once you master the corner, come through here, you come through here, work on, you know, finding exactly where you want to aim. Can you not please? Oh my gosh. Work with me today. Thank you. Come over here, look at 85. It's the same thing. About the same thing. So I'm telling you, these powers are just to help you distinguish between kind of what am I gonna be using in these terms. And even standing on the line might even like change it. So like, let's say I'm on 90, right, and I'm like a little along the line. I'm thinking about, okay, I might want to be using and even if it's not the same, it helps because it just helps a lot because you, oh my gosh, please work. It just helps because you have your own set of like standards and stuff. I can't even make a 90 right now. If that makes sense. So range, it's something that we all shouldn't look at so often, because what matters about shooting is that you're consistent enough to help your team win games at NBA Phenom, alright? Or even in league games. Is you want to make sure that the things that you're doing right now is that you want to make sure that all your shots are going in and that you're being a good team player. You know, simple stuff like that. You know, you're passing the ball, stuff like that. And yeah. Alright. Last kind of little thing, let's go back to the gym. So, come over here. Tee shots are not my favorite, but if you want to use them, you can. I don't even know how to use them, but in this case, this is kind of how the way to use a tee shot. You kind of have to aim below, like kind of 80 in a way, because you have a lot of lift. So yeah. Let me think. I did range, I did dribbling. In terms of spinning, I like to keep my sensitivity low in order to just body enough. If that makes any sense. What else is there to talk about? I mean, I'm pretty sure that's basically it. I mean, if you guys have any other questions or comments down below, go ahead before you even do anything. Go ahead, leave a just like this video. I want you guys to like the video, comment, subscribe. Go ahead and check out my other videos if this does not help. I have literally parts. I will literally like put the playlists if you want in the description below on how to get better at shooting and stuff. And they might be a little outdated, but it helps. And most of the videos are deleted, so yeah. Here, let me do. What are we at now? 36 minutes. I have another minute to talk about stuff. To be honest, if you really want to get better, I suggest just practicing. If you really want to get better at this game, just practice. Like, look at this guy right here. Like, he's putting in the work right now to get better at his mid-range. Like, that's dedication, bro. And I mean, if you don't have the time, I understand. But just like, take one game off of NBA Phenom and come to one of my games, because it's like, it's a lifesaver. I promise you guys that. I promise you. Like, if you come here, do the things that, you know, I tell you to do, like, I promise you, like, you will improve regardless. And I mean, I'm glad that I have all my subs, but all these subs aren't just because, you know, like, you guys recommended me, you guys actually know me, like, personally, or you guys may even just know me because I play this game so much, and because I play this game so much, you guys, you know, even finding me in this game is not that hard because I'm always playing. I'm always getting better. I'm always trying to get better, if that makes any sense. Because I don't know how many shots I've taken in like the past 3 years, but I've taken so many shots. And I mean, like, honestly, like, all these shots, like, I've put in the gym. I've worked on, because like, I wanted to get better. So I'm glad that, like, this guy right here, he's actually working on his game. I'm actually, like, happy I see people actually, like, practicing, because if you guys don't practice, I mean, NBA Phenom is just going to be difficult for you. So, but yeah, I reached my limit point. Hopefully this helped. And I mean, it's a voiceover, so you guys don't have to hear like my typing so much. You guys just only have to hear my clicking of my keyboard. And I mean, hopefully my voice gets overpowers the sound. But anyways, this is LukeGabriel right here, aka EnergyBrickz, signing out. Thank you guys so much for watching this like almost 40-minute video. But yeah, peace out. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, like the video, put it in your playlist, keep watching it over and over. I just want everyone to get good, and just make sure every Friday I have training sessions, except for this upcoming Friday because I have a trip to Universal Studios. Anyways, this is LukeGabriel right here, aka EnergyBrickz, signing out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.